for this isometric landscape project. I'm going to break it down by what I have in one of mine, and then kind of set you on your way for research. So we're going to be taking a look at this example here, my Snow Creek one. There is this other Forest Road one. I'll be giving you all this file so you guys can actually go through these yourselves. But we're going to take a look at this one here, which is a little actually trickier to make. So, photos that you're going to need. Let me actually break it down and start with the most important one here, and we'll zoom in on it. You're going to need a top-down view of a landscape, whatever you want, any kind of scenery, but it should kind of either be like a drone shot, a helicopter shot, or just high up. You don't want a shot taken from somebody just on the ground. That way it gives the illusion that you're looking down upon it, because the box is being looked down upon itself. In addition to that photo, let me hide that one, you're also going to need some kind of texture that makes sense with the subject matter. So in this snowy one, I wanted some kind of rock or ice texture, and I think that's kind of what I was searching there. In addition to that, I put a second textured photo on the side as well to help it blend in with the photo itself. So I Googled, I believe, snow texture on that one. If I look on the other side, it's actually the same image. I just changed the colors a little bit to kind of give it the illusion of the sun hitting one spot or another. Then I put in, again, more of that same snow texture, but I just put it in different locations. You can see that coming out and then in again. And then last but not least, I put in this cracked ice texture right there. And the reason I did that was because when I bring in the original photo, there's the crick is right here, and then it'll go into the ice on the sides. So let me hide all of these, and I will quickly break that down again, but this time with the Forest Road one. So let's take all those away. I started with just this, which again is a drone shot of some road in the forest. And after that, I searched a rock or gravel or dirt texture or something along those lines. I added this filter to make it a little bit darker. It doesn't adjust too much. And then I also put in mud or physical dirt texture, which I think gives it a nice touch. There's it without, and there's it with. Adds a nice little dimension. Same side, copied the same photo, but I left it a lot lighter or brighter on here. And I also put in the dirt over top of it there. And then last but not least, that looks really shoddy right there, right? That water tower. But if I bring my photo back, it blends in pretty well. So you don't really have to do a grade A job if you want to add in an additional element. All right, so I'm going to research one right now in this video. And then that way we can maybe pause and you guys can do the same or something of that sort. So go to Google. I'm going to do let's go desert. I think actually desert will be pretty easy. So I'm going to do desert drone shot. After I do that, I'm going to go to images. And something else you can do under images up here is tools. And then you can do size and large. That way it only gives you high quality shots or larger shots. Got to be careful of the ones with the watermarks on it though. We won't be able to use them. And then also sometimes these straight down shots like this, where it's right overhead, they don't work that well either. So be careful of those. This could work, but it's got all the watermarks over it, so I don't really want to use that. Can I use anything else from here? That's pretty close to the ground, but I do like it. Let me see if I can find anything else. Ooh, this would be good if that works. Yeah, I think we can make this work. All right, so once you have a photo that you want, you're going to 2-finger click it, and do save image as. We're going to gather all of our photos before we bother editing. So I'm going to call this one top photo, and then make sure that it saves to your desktop, and then hit save. Now we got to go into the textures. So with this, desert is obviously sand, right? So I'm going to search sand texture. The big word that you're going to look for whatever you're doing is texture, but you can change the first word to something that makes sense, right? If you're doing more of a forest scene, you might want dirt or mud or rock. If you're doing something in the Arctic, you want ice or snow texture. If you're doing something in the jungle, you could do leaves, whatever. But the key word here is texture, okay? So we're going to search sand texture under images. And then I can look around and see what I want. I want one that's sandy and one that's like more like pebble dirt kind of. So right away, this one looks good. Let me see if the quality loads. Yes, good. The quality bumped in. You can also tell if you hover over the image in the bottom left, you're going to see numbers of pixels. The higher the pixel count, like if it's above 1,000, it's probably good enough to use. If it's below 1,000, it's probably not good enough to use. So once again, 2-finger click, save image as. This one here, we're going to call this sand texture, and I'm going to save it to the desktop. Again, you want to find 2 textures because you want to be able to merge them together, and I was looking for more of like a individual grainy kind of look, so I like that one, but I'm going to search around, and that might be better. That was pretty good, but the other one, I like this because that shows the individual rocks. Ooh. This does too. I'm going to take this one right here. So then I'm going to 2-finger click it and save image as. And then we're going to call this one rock texture and then save. So 2 textured photos will be the minimum. Let's see. Really, you could actually get away with just 3 photos right there, but you might want to add a little bit something to your first landscape. Let me minimize out of all my windows here. Let me take another look at the first photo, which is not saving correctly at the moment. Rid of these junkers. It's always good to make sure your photo is downloaded correctly. There they are. Let's add in an additive one. So if we're looking at this photo here, I could probably put in an obelisk. Yeah, I totally spelled obelisk wrong. Oh god, this one. If you want a little history lesson of this obelisk, ask me in class. This is a funny one. That's a painting, but I could possibly make that work if I don't find anything else. Yeah, let's go fantasy. Let's do this. Let's see. The angle's a little weird. It's gonna be, because like we're looking up at it right now rather than down. I kind of would like to look down at the obelisk. This works better because you're looking down at it. But man, I really like the shooting up thing. We're gonna try this and just see what happens. Save image as. And then obelisk. Wow. All right, save. So if I minimize, I have my 4 photos right here. They're ready to go. Just gonna move them up and get them organized. And in our next video, we're going to be actually importing them into the file that I have given you guys. All right, take care.